Looks like a lot of work, and it is when you've got to throw down 25 bags of mulch. The mulch in the landscaping around my porch has become disintegrated and faded, so it's time for a little refreshing. This is my dry riverbed of rocks where the downspout comes out. And on this side of the porch, you can really see how faded and washed out it is. Where this is also where I have a camellia bush back near the fireplace. It's blooming currently and drops a lot of its blooms after they bloom, but it's been really pretty. Then this on the corner is a dwarf gardenia that smells really nice when it's in bloom. And it blooms usually around Mother's Day and sometimes into the summer. Now let's walk to the other side of the walkway. We're also going to refresh this with black mulch, both in front of and behind these azaleas that are, one of them is already blooming too, the white one. But we're going to put mulch all the way in the front here, behind them, and all the way to the end of the porch. All right, let's get started. Thankfully, these bags are not wet because when they get wet after they get rained on at the store, they do get very heavy. I'm really thankful for Leonard's truck that I still have. It's kind of high and hard to pull the bags out sometimes, but when I go to the store, I always ask the guys if they'll load them just straight across the back, stack them up as high as they have to, but I can't reach them if they're any further back than right at the tailgate. But even though the truck is kind of high, it's perfect for just sliding the bags directly off. And then that way I don't have to bend over and pick them up from the ground and strain my back. That makes it really nice. So here we're putting out on this side of the walkway, just from the walkway to the river bed, river rock bed, I put 9 bags of mulch. And you saw how I threw them down. You'll notice I'm wearing an apron. I like this one because it's got 4 pockets across the front that I can keep all my little tools in. So I've pulled out my folding razor knife and I'm splitting the sides or the end of the bags so I can dump them out. But first I like to go across and just slit all the bags open. And once the bags are open, then I just go along and dump them out right where they are. And usually I keep one of the bags, one of the empty bags, and stuff all of the other ones in the bag as I empty them, which makes the cleanup process a lot faster. And if the wind's blowing like it is, they don't blow all over the yard. And now it's time to spread the mulch. I like to do this with a garden hoe because just makes it easier to both push the mulch and to pull it into place or just to put it right where you want it. This metal landscape etching has needed attention for the past couple of years, so I used a mallet or mattock to pull it up, and then I scooped out the grass that was trying to grow underneath it into my landscape bed. One end of it had gotten all bent up with the lawnmower, this bottom end, so this also gave me a chance to straighten it out. And then using a garden hoe, I'm sorry, we just finished spreading out on this side, covering up all of the bare areas that had washed away. This side was really in need of attention. Then I took a garden rake and cleaned up the grass on the side of the metal edging that I had to pull out because there was quite a bit of it. And as we know, the cleanup is just as important as the whole project itself. So I raked it. This is actually the prettiest spot of grass that I have in the whole yard. It's always very thick and green and pretty when it greens up. It's zoysia grass and I love it. So I rake all of it across and actually raked it across the driveway down the hill because there was a lot of zoysia grass roots that I wanted to grow. Ah, just look how neat and tidy. I love this clean, fresh look. And black mulch to me just makes all of the plants stand out so pretty. The green against the black is beautiful. And here you see where we got the metal edging all back in shape, straightened out, and it just looks really nice. All of the flowers and the bushes are, they're going to kind of enjoy this new mulch, I think. I do love the clean, fresh look of mulch when it's put down. And this will last me probably for another couple of years. I shouldn't have to replenish it again for just a while. And before long, all these azaleas will be blooming. We've got the white, and all of the rest of them are a beautiful pink color. Well, in spite of the wind, the project is completed and it just looks so much neater along all the bushes on both sides of the porch. This is something I don't put the new mulch every year, but at least every other year just to keep it fresh. And the beauty of it, it also keeps the weeds down for me. Very seldom do I have to pull weeds out of these beds because I try to keep them mulched. And if they do come up, weeds that is, they're very simple and easy to just pull right up. So I think it helps just to make the place look a lot neater and fresher and a little well kept, and I kind of like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to like and subscribe. That would help me out tremendously. And see what projects you can do for the spring. It's still early. The wind, like I say, is blowing. It's the end of March. And if you don't get ahead of all these things early, I'm telling you from my experience, the weeds will take over and then it gets hotter and it's just not pleasant to have to work out in the heat as much. So all of these little things that you can do early is to your benefit. So thank you for joining me, and y'all have a great day.